Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into it. Let's talk about that Friday, August 30th, the Major League Baseball betting card. All right, I'm going to have 4 best bets in today's card. These matchups, there's a lot of interesting ones. There's a lot of games I like. There's a lot of games I don't like. I came up with 4. I will have that Discord play of the day over on the Discord. That is where we are running 12, 4, and 1. So great return as well within that play. So if you haven't signed up for the Discord, make sure you guys hop on over to there and get signed up today. But we're going to get down into it. Gave out 3 picks yesterday as well as the Discord play. And we were able to go 1, 1, and 2. 1, 2, and 1, I should say. So we did have a push within the Dodgers. I believe that game fell on 9. So that would be a 2, or that otherwise would have been a 2 and 2 outcome. So like I was saying a little bit earlier on in my videos, that I am traveling to North Carolina this weekend. So content will be a little bit different. I'm not going to be in the office, so we are going to get videos out each and every day, and this is where I got up early. We're going to get this one out. I got a 7.5 hour car ride, but nonetheless, baseball still will be played today, so got to get the video out with the best bets. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and please, let's cash some tickets, okay? Also, shout out to my channel members. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to do something pretty much before the NFL season. College football was a little tough trying to get every single game and team power ranked. There's just a lot of data, okay, a lot of data. I don't even know how I would put that together for you guys. I'm kind of contemplating with the idea of putting out a newsletter, a weekly newsletter, as part of that package as well. So bear with me. It's a moving, a lot of moving parts going on, and trying to do all that back office stuff and on top of actually not sacrificing quality and picks in my bets, because that's number one. It's really been a lot as football is starting to really gear up, okay? But let's get into those 4 picks, and we are going to do kind of a condensed version because we do have a long car ride, so I am not going to get into each and every game. I'm just going to go over my 4 best games that I targeted, and then, as always, guys, you can make the best decisions for yourselves, okay? So this is where we're looking into the into oddsjam. I'll show you guys kind of the whole board and the rundown of what's going on. Make this a little bit bigger, too, as well, okay? But this is where we can look into that first game that we will be targeting. This will be the Milwaukee Brewers and Cincinnati Reds. We will, on this channel, more times than not, fade doubleheaders. Rule of thumb, I stay away from it. But I really like what Colin Rea has been doing from a deeper, kind of like an analytical standpoint. In his last month in August, we saw pitching against Oakland. The splits for August have been way different than July too. He's going deeper into games. We can look at the whip. The whip has went down as well, and we can see that very evident where he's getting his pitch count up into the hundreds and giving up less runs. So the numbers are trending up for Colin Rea. The Brewers have been kind of running hot. I don't agree with this line. I think if this wasn't a doubleheader, we'd see a bigger move, but the Brewers minus 114. You can find that as the best number available. However, I think this is coming from a weird sportsbook, Betfair, okay? So if you guys use Betfair, yeah, you get minus 114, but more in terms of kind of where it's readily available, it looks like minus 120 is kind of that best number available. All right, so that's kind of where we're at within the likes of that first bet. This is just a play on Rea and a value play against the Reds. I know that the Reds could score runs. They've been scoring a lot of runs as of late. Nick Martinez is no slouch either. Can kind of attribute this to a coin flip game, but I'm going to back the better pitcher on the road. I think we get presented with some value. So give me the Brew Crew minus 120 right here. That's kind of where we're going to be at for our first official bet. And make sure, if you guys are playing that game, make sure that it's conditional upon Rea pitching, because doubleheaders, some weird stuff can happen. So that's kind of where I fall within that category. So that is my first best bet of the day. And my first sip of coffee of the day, too. Cheers. And then let's get into that second game. This is where we're going to target the Astros in Kansas City. We're going to go right back to it because yesterday, on a little bit of a side bet, I had the likes of the the Houston Astros on the money line, and if you guys were a part of that late game kind of situation where the Astros scored 6 in the bottom of the 8th, that was very interesting because they missed a lot of opportunities along the way. And yesterday, I got to be honest with you, was kind of one of those days within baseball where you wish you never even bet. A lot of things you have to understand about baseball is it is the king of variance. That's why you like it or you don't like it. Okay. It's 162 games. You can't wake up every day and show up to work 162 times and say that you could be the best heart surgeon in the world. Okay, best heart surgeon in the world. You're not going to feel good 162 days of the year. Okay, you have 162 surgeries. Yeah, people's lives are on the line. People's bets are on the line. This is an analogy, mind you, but what I'm getting at is over the course of 162 data points, right? No humans are perfect. That's why we're humans. And in terms of baseball, it's a very, very hard sport. You try hitting 100-mile-per-hour fastball, and let me know how that goes. No matter how much, how big you are, how good of a hitter you think you are, try doing it 162 times in a row. You can't do it. It's just kind of the beauty of the game. It's a game of failure. We sit here, we champion and celebrate somebody who bats 300. Okay, so you do your job 30% of the time, and you make the Hall of Fame. That's kind of why baseball is and golf are probably the two most, I guess you'd say, artistic and beautiful games out there. It's because of the failures. So they're games of failure, but life's all about managing your misses, and I think that within baseball, you do have an opportunity to take advantage of some of this variance too. Don't always look at it as a bad thing. Okay, baseball, the way I bet it, it's profitable. Sometimes it goes against the grain. I'm more of a guy that lays chalk, but it's all about picking your spots and recognizing when to not lay it and when to lay it. But if you had a gun to my head and you asked me point blank, if these games are fixed, I know a lot of people were talking about that in the Discord. There's no shot in hell. I just can tell you that. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of an influence, but you can't tell me that that the Rangers-Yankees game yesterday, Rangers. The Rangers playing the White Sox yesterday, them scoring 1 run in the top frame of the 9th. There's no way that could be influenced. Just letting you guys know. Okay. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into that second game. I told you guys Astros KC. We are going to be on the under in this one. Seth Lugo and Framber Valdez. Two great pitching matchups. Let's roll the dice. Take the under 8.5. I think it's a little too high. It should be at 8, 7.5 in my opinion. Valdez has been pitching nice. The only guy I'm really worried about is Seth Lugo. After that early season Cy Young campaign, he's since regressed a little bit more down to earth, and the Astros could be a little explosive at home. So hopefully we get this possibly in the 4-1 range for an Astros victory. Cash in 8.5. Okay. And that's another thing I want to share with you guys. Before I make any bet, okay, I don't look at just statistics. Statistics sometimes can not tell you the whole story. They can be misleading. If you guys do any sort of power ranking, right? Football is a prime example where we do this. And then that allows you to formulate a final score. Baseball, play the game a couple times through your head. Use all the research you guys do and really come up with that final score. I think that really helps you. And yeah, you're going to be wrong a couple times. We're not genies in a bottle, okay? But I'm just being honest. That's what I do. I play the game out. I go kind of inning by inning, rotations, deep, how deep the pitcher get in. Then I get into who's available with the bullpen. And I would say probably 6 or 7 out of 10 times, it's pretty much spot on exactly how the game plays out. Whether or not you win your bet, that's a different story. But it just still gives you another advantage, putting you closer to kind of understanding how that game flow is going to go, because in baseball, it's all about game flow. Like I said, you could give me 9 Hall of Famers, and this goes to my point earlier. You give me 9 Hall of Famers, 1-9. There's a very good chance you still lose that baseball game. It's baseball, it's variance, and that's just kind of the name of the game. All right. But that is where we're at with our second play. Next, we're going to go out to Baltimore and Colorado. Like Albert Suarez, and also I think playing at Coors Field, Baltimore is going to eat. We're going to see a lot of runs, and I am fine with the 11. Minus 11 for Baltimore is very juicy. However, I think that the Orioles have a clear-cut matchup in this in terms of taking even money on the run line. So I'm taking Baltimore to win this one, minus 1.5 on the run line at minus 103. That's the best number available, so that will be my third official bet. We're in that point where you start to see those white flags, and 50 and 85 for the Colorado Rockies. Baltimore needs this game. They're going to be motivated. I think they keep Colorado suppressed a little bit. Whether or not they could get up to 6, 7, 8 runs themselves, that's kind of my biggest question. So Baltimore team total also live. I didn't really like what their hitters did from kind of an approach standpoint against what we saw with the Dodgers. Really finicky kind of series, but will we get that as a precursor to the World Series matchup? Probably not, but was fun to watch. Really exciting watching those two clubs play with all of their talent they have in their farm systems. Okay, so that'll be my third official play, and then we're going right back to the run line, and we're going to keep this one right next door. This is going to be where we have Seattle and the Los Angeles Angels. Okay, so right here you can see it on the bottom right of your screen. We have a minus 172 price for Seattle. George Kirby, fascinating pitcher. I think that what Seattle is able to do at home with some of these guys is really impressive in terms of a kind of a betting trend where we've been laying that all day, every day. But now we get George Kirby where we know he's going to give up 1, 2, or 3 runs, and he's going to go anywhere from probably in that 6 to 7 inning range. Okay, so he gives you a quality start every time. On the road, those numbers can vary a little bit, but we're going to get a quality start against a team that doesn't want to play baseball right now. His whip, I mean, it's a 1 or under, so really impressive what he's able to do, and he's doing this against high-powered clubs. Okay, we're not talking about the likes of him playing the Angels every day. But, oh, wait, guess who they're playing today? They're playing the Angels, and that's why we're all about it. Give me Kirby on the run line. Probably one of my favorite bets. The only thing that makes me nervous is Seattle kind of letting up. You might catch them sleeping. Also, they're on the road, which those numbers do differ a little bit, but I think this number is going to move quite a bit. I don't really agree with it. The only thing that worries me is that this game kind of is relatively closer to that Rangers White Sox game we had yesterday, where it's in that 1-run ball territory because there's just not going to be a lot of runs scored. So if we do go under 8.5, which is the other probably lean, it doesn't really correlate with that run line play, but that will be my fourth official bet that I have for you guys in this card. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to go into each and every game. A couple series that I'm kind of highlighting: Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Also, I think the Mets kind of run rampant on the White Sox, and I'm going to be interested to see what happens with the Pittsburgh-Cleveland kind of crosstown game that we got going on, where it's not really a rivalry game in terms of baseball, different leagues, but if you guys have any Browns, Steelers love, you know what I'm talking about. So hopefully the Guardians get some work done because the AL Central race is really looking a little interesting here, a little too close for comfort. So that's probably another one that we're going to look into heavily, and as well as Braves Phillies. Just enjoy that one. We're going to stay off the bets on that card. On that matchup. Kind of going to fade that series. I know it's a great series to watch, but we're going to fade it for the most part. But I will have an official play for you guys up on the Discord very shortly. Probably when I'm driving, I hit that first rest stop, I will get a play out for you guys, and that's where we'll look to improve on a 12-4-1 streak that we are on with that Discord play of the day. So appreciate you guys. If you haven't done so, make sure you all please like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't joined us on X, please do so. It's totally free. And yeah, that's about it. I'm going to put up the picks here real quick, show you guys kind of what we got going on the way out. And these are the 4 best bets that we'll have: Seattle run line, Baltimore run line, KC Astros under, and the Brewers were taking the first game of that doubleheader minus 120. So those are my 4 best bets. College football will be up very shortly. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on. Please join over on the Discord. And if you want to give back to the channel, impressive kind of stuff we're doing here where we're going to start running rampant with content and picks. Please consider becoming a channel member within the TBM community. Totally up to you guys. I don't charge for picks, but for $10 a month, that's a great way to give back to the channel. So appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Cheers.